Beautiful. This is working out. Hello, hello. Test one, two, three. Hello, hello. Test one, two, three. Oh, yeah. We are live. I want to see if I can go live on Twitter too. See if that works out. Here we go. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Thursday. It's 9:25 here in California. Okay, so where do I get to this creator studio? Is that it? No, that's not it. How do I, let's go here to premium, media studio, that's it. Producer, let's start one. Select a source, yeah, let's do that. Audience public, chat, verified accounts. Yeah, let's do that. Let's create it. And are we on? Is it working? I might want to start that, and then let's see. Yeah, I had to switch to a different provider. I was using StreamYard, but now we're back to OBS. And I think it's good. I think there's absolutely no need to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Oh yeah, we are here. Don't think you have to do that to stream. Now the only downside now with this OBS is that you can't invite anybody to your stream, I guess, unless they have OBS. But I think there's a other possibility. I think you can kind of connect your OBS to Google Meet or to Zoom, and then you can then invite people. You just have to open up some gateway, which I think I've tried a couple of years back, but it didn't work out. So here we go. This is cool. Now let's see here. Why am I still seeing 50 million screens? Why is that a thing? Yeah, you guys bear with me as I fix all my stuff. So what I actually want to talk to you guys about. So first of all, I've had a couple of discussions the past 2 days because many are speaking about, oh, whoa, 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 AI is taking everybody's job. And I'm over here like, AI, you are so dumb. Every little thing I have to plan out meticulously for you not to mess up. So I'm still trying to figure out how AI can actually replace real working people. I'm definitely not going to say now that AI is not going to do anything to the job world. That would be very naive for me to say. But the drama that people are kind of focusing on, or this, I don't even know what to say. I think it's just overhyped. Recently we had the news. Block was laid off 40% of their workforce. But what a lot of people forget to see is that they made a lot of not so good decisions in the past that probably led them to the decision that they're making today. And then it's very easy to just blame it on AI because, well, you don't have to explain further. You could just blame everything on AI, and we'll have more companies coming out saying the same. It's all because of AI. But, AI still needs a lot of hand holding. And many people don't agree with that. And it's mainly people that just don't use AI the way um, in depth. Let's just say they're not using AI in depth. So they don't really know. They're just asking ChatGPT basic questions, and I don't know, they think then, you know, talk a couple hours to your chat, and then they really believe that AI is just so smart and can do anything, but that's just not the case. Um, what I'm seeing though is that, jobs that were just not so useful to the company, to their revenue, to all this, they're just not useful. There are a lot of bullshit jobs in the United States. Um, and these jobs are definitely not, or let's say they're going to be the first, right? They're going to be the first to be scraped. And again, I'm not going to say that AI is not changing anything. That would be really stupid of me to do that. But it's not to the extent people are saying. Many things are changing, and I see it. And that's something that we should definitely pay attention to. You can get a lot of work done with AI if you know, tune AI and, the right way, you can really be more efficient. And I think that's what's happening now, working more. I don't see that I'm working less. I'm actually working more because there are so many things that need to be said in order for these AI systems to really help you. And we're seeing it with OpenClaw, all the work that these people are putting into it to make OpenClaw very useful for them. This is something that many are not paying attention to. It's not like you're going to plug and play. It's like, oh, I'll just plug up OpenClaw and then I'm set, right? OpenClaw is just going to do everything for me. That's just not how it works. It requires a lot of creative thinking, a lot of, yeah, you just need to be creative and you need to really sit down, and it's going to take a little bit of work for you to get to the point where you can be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to have to worry about this anymore. I have an agent posting for me on a couple of social media platforms, and I really don't have to worry about it anymore. But I had to build it first. I really had to sit down and put it all together, and now I'm at a point where I don't really have to babysit it anymore. It's doing the thing, but it's just posting AI relevant information on my page. I think there's still other layers to that. Um, it's not always truly informational what you're going to put out there. You have to do a lot of things in life. So there's still a lot of work needed from humans to make all of this work. And I just hope that people don't buy into this hype and get scared. I do believe that you should be paying attention, definitely, but understand, right? Really, really dive a little bit deeper. And there are just many layers to all of this. The economy is not doing well. We're in a high interest rate economy, and we have been in it for a while. Lending is really besides AI, right? There's a lot of lending going towards AI, a lot of money being spent on AI, and but other industries are just, you know, if you don't embrace AI, right, you're not going to be able to get the investments that you need to keep your business afloat. Um, we've been through a lot the past 5 to 10 years, and now we're having wars, which will also cost us a lot of money. I went to the grocery store today. I was out of coffee, and the coffee that I buy costs $9. And today I was shocked, right? Because that same coffee now costs $20. And they were like, "Oh yeah, it's because of the war and everything." And I'm like, "But your coffee is from Costa Rica. What does that have to do with the war in the Middle East?" It's just so weird to me. Um, these things are happening, right? And they are rough. They are rough. Um, families are paying so much money for groceries and stuff. There's so many other factors at play that we're not really paying attention to. And companies are just going to blame AI because it's very easy, right? It's very easy to just say, "Oh, it's because of AI, we're restructuring." But they're not going to say it's because we made bad decisions in the past and we weren't really paying attention, and we, you know, aren't set up in an efficient manner, and they have to clean up now. It is what it is. So there's so many factors at play that are leading to layoffs. And in AI, it's very minuscule, very minuscule. People are looking for professionals now. They want people that know their shit, and these are the people that will get paid a lot of money in the future. So skill set still matters. Human knowledge base still matters. AI just can't replicate it. And I'll give you guys an example. I just want to get a new window up and running so that you guys can actually see, because I'm going through a lot of dilemma with the app that I'm building, because I have to put everything together in a very meticulous. I'm so sorry, it's getting very loud. Oh, we got the mowing blowers and the dog is freaking out. I hope that my mic is not picking up everything, so I'm so sorry. Select a window to capture. There we go. Well, we're not seeing anything. Pablo, be quiet, dude. I'm doing everything wrong here. Everything wrong. You guys see the nice gray screen that I just put on top of you guys? Oh my gosh. Or on top of myself. So let's see if we can get this going. Yeah, I'm doing this ad hoc. I'm just like, is that even a word, ad hoc? Is that an American word too? Or an English word? Not sure about that. So Google Chrome. No, this is not Visual Studio Code. Why? Why is it not? Oh my Lord, people. Old woman is trying to get this stuff working. Hilarious. So let's close this one. Yes. There we go. We got it. I don't even know why there was nothing to see at first. So you know, the app that I'm building right now requires the AI to make a lot of decisions and do a lot of stuff, right? So the AI is, you know, the main driver of this app. It has to do a lot. And if I don't plan it out well, the AI just messes up. It does a lot of mistakes. So I, as the human, have to really think about these things and tune it and test it and really put these guardrails on it so that it does the thing that I want. Because these AIs are just not, they're not understanding a thing that you're doing. They're just pattern matching. And I think we just have to, we have to be aware of that. These AIs are not thinking. They have a reasoning chain, and it's AIs are still doing the same mistakes they did a year or two ago, regardless of all the updates. And we're hearing a lot of people complain about Claude messing up their code. I haven't used Claude for coding for probably 2 to 3 months now because it's just not usable. And I know a lot of people are saying, hey, Opus is the best model. And I would say in some way, yes, because when it comes to autonomous workflows and having these AIs operate over a bigger period of time, Opus seems to be the most reliable one. And that's fine. But for coding, they're just not. Claude messes up my code all the time. It's just, I'm always then sitting here and thinking to myself, what in the heck is this AI doing? It's just also so nonsensical. So those logical trails are also kind of not really, it's not really apparent. It's hard at times. For me, what I'm seeing when it comes to coding, I find that 5.3 and 5.2 are doing a better job than Claude, at least for my use cases. I don't know what other people are doing. I am not a advanced coder, nor am I a a dev with 10 years of experience. I learned this stuff very quickly. I've been doing this for 2.5 years now. And I'm not seeing much of a difference to 2 years ago. It's better. They're kind of being retrained, right? I don't know what they're doing when they update the model in detail, but I think they're just updating it with new data, and just trying to reinforce, right? And have them learn new things. And it seems somewhat, it seems like they're getting better, but then other parts just break completely. It's very hard to have a AI system that is generalized, that is just knowledgeable and can do the work across many domains. I think we're still struggling with that a lot. So, this AGI thing, like having one AI system that just knows everything and can do everything, and that with the, with a very small error rate is just, we're not there yet. And that being said, if we tie it back into jobs, maybe you can reduce your workforce to some degree. But at the end of the day, if you have less human power, you're going to have issues. Now, let's say a senior developer using AI tools could probably be more efficient. So companies, the logical next step would be, well, then what do we want with all these new devs if we can have the senior dev take care of more? I don't know how that would look, right? Let's say you have a team of 5 devs and you got 2 senior devs and 3, kind of entry level, developers. Why would you want to fire those 3 and just keep the seniors? What if your seniors go and you haven't taught or haven't had these entry-level devs in your company to learn your ways and just be part of the way of your work ethics, it's going to be very hard for you to keep up. It's going to break. If you're putting all your focus and all your trust and all your power to that one senior dev, what is going to happen if that senior dev doesn't show up to work one day and finds a better job? I mean, who in their right mind would allow that? If I were the CEO of a company that functions like that, I would not allow that. You have to prepare. You have to understand that you need senior people that know their stuff, but you also need new people to pick up that knowledge base from the senior dev. If you don't have these entry levels, where is sometimes I can't put it in right words. Sometimes I'm missing those words. I grew up in Germany. I'm sorry, but how are you going to do that? There has to be that steady flow. It's, you have the oldest, right? And then the newbies are going to come and they're going to pick up. They're not going to learn from an AI system. An AI system is not going to teach them what that senior knows. I think people are just, they're not going deep enough. They're just looking at headlines and then they're going to be like, yeah, AI is destroying all jobs. But AI, if these companies make these radical decisions, I don't think they're going to be very efficient in a year from now if they don't have new people to pick up and carry it forth. It's not going to work. So we're still going to need entry-level developers. A smart company knows that, and smart companies will just do the right thing. They will handle it accordingly. So now, in my case, I've already spent numerous hours tuning the AI to do the right thing. It's still not doing the right thing. Because these AI systems, I don't know how they're taught. I'm not a data scientist. I'm not a machine learning expert. Okay, I don't train AI. I have instructions, but I don't fine tune AI or any of that. Everything happens through prompts. These AIs are so set in their ways because of the knowledge base and the data they're trained on that it is very hard to make a change. The best example is you tell the AI, hey, don't use M dashes, right? Maybe you shouldn't do like negative, no, like don't do it. You should maybe create something that will make them do the other thing. I'm still figuring that out. But tell an AI system not to use M dashes. And the first two outputs will be without. The third output will have those M dashes back in there. Even though you told the AI system to not do it. It will sneak them in after the fifth output. And then you're back at square one. And then you're like, okay, I can't believe it. This AI system is just not following instructions. And I don't know when this is going to change. I have absolutely no idea. So now, in my case, building this application, I have already spent 20 hours plus working with the AI very closely, trying to tune it, testing it. It fails. I go back to the prompting. I have to switch things around. Then I test it. It messes up. Then I go back and I have to change the prompt to get it just right. And I've been prompting these AI systems for almost 3 years now. And other people might be able to get there faster because they're just more advanced than I am. But it requires a lot of human hand holding to get to where you want to go. So that's why I don't know if it would be a good idea to just put all that pressure onto one senior dev instead of three, or one senior devs without any assistance, any entry level developers. It makes absolutely no sense. Why would a company want to do that? We have so many cool humans that are willing to work hard to help the company get to where they want to go. If companies are not appreciative of that, they will lose in the long run. They will lose because these devs will just do their own thing. They will build their little empires, and then the companies will lose because then, I don't know, right? This was all just my opinion, right? There are no facts that are backing this because none of us can look into the future. Nobody. Nobody. People that are telling you that they know what's going to happen in 2 years from now are lying. They don't know because there are too many factors at play. Look at what's going on right now with the wars. You know how much money that's going to cost? You know how much lives that will cost? No one has factored that in. Some people assumed it, but nobody knows to what extent this is going to play out. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So just sitting here and saying, well, in 5 years' time, we're going to have AIs that are so smart that can do everything a human can do is just retarded to say. It is a lie. It's not true because they don't know. Everybody can have their assumptions, but assumption is an assumption. It's not a fact. So we need a lot of professionals to help push this AI thing forward to get to the next steps and to evolve. Because at the moment, these LLMs are retarded. They don't think. They can't reason well. They're wasting a lot of tokens and a lot of resources to do the thing. We need to be better than that. There is so much work needed to get the AIs where they want them to be. And that's just a fact. That's a fact. But people coming out there and saying, in 18 months of time, AI is going to do everything a human does is just ridiculous. It's delusional. And these are just people that want to confuse you. And all of these AI companies that are saying that, they've said that 2 years ago. In 18 months. Okay, we're here. We're at 18 months. We're still putting in a lot of work. Nobody can just sit back and watch the show, not even with OpenClaw. It needs a lot of investment. It needs a lot of setup. It needs a lot of proofing, a lot of checking, a lot of adjusting. It's a constant. You have to constantly work with it and hold its hand for it to get to where it's really useful. So today I'm going to be spending, again, numerous hours teaching the AI how it should behave in my application. And I wanted to launch this app days ago. But I'm like, no, it still needs a lot of work from my side to get it to do the thing and to do it consistently. Because if you have real users using the app, it has to be the output that you say is going to happen. If that output is different, you are going to lose trust. You're going to lose users. You're going to lose customers. Who wants that? So I would rather sit here and add another week where I really focus on the tuning to make sure it works, other than just pushing that product and have it fail. And just think about it. If I had another person by my side, we would be faster. And yeah, you're going to say, well, why didn't you do OpenClaw and have OpenClaw do this stuff? No, 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 we're not there yet. We're not there yet. OpenClaw can go out and do research and gather information and make a change on GitHub, but it can't do the full thing. Unless I sit here for weeks on end tuning the infrastructure for it and then have it work with all the guidelines, with all the guardrails, right? All the instructions. They have to come from you, right? These skill and MD files are not AI generated. You create them. Of course, you can use your AI to help you create them, but it's not just happening without any input from your side. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. I truly believe that everybody should really sit down and learn all of this. Dive into this as deeply as you can. Go past just asking ChatGPT a basic dumb question. Go deeper. Try to build. Start vibe coding. And learn all about this, because this will give you edge. If you know about these systems, if you know how they work, if you know how they respond and how they react in certain situations or scenarios, this is going to give you a lot of insight, because that's true. Nobody, a lot of people say, oh, even the biggest data scientists, even the builders of AI do not know how they work. This statement is being misunderstood. It's true, because they never know how the AI will react. What will the AI put out? Because it's not deterministic. It's not if that, then this. It's a very clear path, right? That's why I love working with code, right? And not let AI do the whole thing. So yeah, there are a lot of issues. There are a lot of problems that these AIs are causing, and a human has to fix them. If you only have one dev in your company and you're building a lot, you're going to put all that pressure on that one poor dev to do all of that work without any assistance. That dev is going to burn out very quickly. And that dev will tell you, you know what, you either pay me a salary that you would normally pay 3 people, or I'm out of here. That's what's going to happen, in my opinion. This is an assumption that I'm putting out right now. This is not a fact. But one thing I can tell you, if I were now in a company and the company is a little bit bigger, and they expect me to push out how many features and how many applications and all that other stuff, and take care of the back end and the front end, and take care of the design, and make sure the apps look good and they function well, and they don't break, and they're cost efficient, and all these other things that you have to plan. One person, forget it. It's not going to work. And yeah, you can tune your AIs to be the AWS specialist and the Google Cloud specialist and the database pro, and you can do all of that. But let me tell you, it's going to cost you a lot of work, a lot of tuning, a lot of adjusting, a lot of fixing. And that needs space, and that needs concentration, that needs focus. So you're not going to just rely on one person to do all of that. It's not going to happen. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I wish you guys a great day. I'm probably going to stop here. Let me show you guys maybe one more thing, because I have to sit here now, and let me see. Do you guys see it? Of course not. Yeah, I got to prepare better for this stuff here. Where is my... Let's do this. Boom. Oops, where's the other thing? Oh yeah, here it is. So this is basically system prompt. So this is my system prompt, and there's a lot for me that I have to fix and test, and that's what I'm going to be spending probably the next 3 hours with, before I can take it to the next step. And when this works, then my app is like ready to go. Um, but yeah, it needs a lot of creative input from a human to get this to work. Because the system prompt here is what drives, right? This is the brain, basically. This is the brain of the whole application. And these AI systems just can't do it themselves. They cannot do it themselves. They will give you something and you think it's good, but it's just not good enough. It's very uncreative. It's just not. It, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like half baked. It's it's not good. It's not good. And I wish I could just have the AI do it. It would save me so much time and I would have already, pushed my app to production and would have been out there, but it's just not, it's not really not quite there yet. The whole design part and stuff, the AI system, if you give it, how should I say, it really depends on what you're doing. And I don't know. I don't know. I did have a friend that was like, "Yeah, I had the AI system, build a complete learning platform overnight. It costed $400, right? The AI system spent what have you? It was Opus, I think, spent 60 million tokens and $400 to create this learning system." And I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. But it still needed someone to sit there and put all of that together. So I don't know how long it took the person to prepare for it. Believe me, you're not just going to give it like a 2-line prompt and it's just going to do all of that. So it really needs the person to have a certain knowledge base to guide the AI in the right direction, right? And make sure it understands the request and just pulls it off. It would be awful if you would just give it two prompts and say, hey, go off and just do it, and that thing goes off all night and spends $1,000 and then you get slop code. So yeah, it really needs a lot of hand holding. It needs a lot of preparation, and that's where the human comes in. So let me show you guys. I'm not sure, can you guys see it? No, am I still on the wrong? No, I'm on the right screen. So here you guys can see the thought process, the chain of thought of an AI, of an LLM. And I always have to laugh when I read this because it's, I don't even know what to say. It's awful. I was using Gwen for a bit, and it was just, when you look into that reasoning chain, it's I don't even know what the heck it's doing. It's going back, it's jumping like, how do I say this now? It's like a psychopath. This chain of thought process, it's like a psychopath. It's like, oh, this, oh no, but then I forgot this. Oh, let me go back to this and let me go back to that. It's awful. It's awful. I just don't. I don't understand what these AIs are actually doing here. Let me see if I can find a good example. It's funny, and it's wasting so many freaking tokens. And you're like, does this really make sense? Is this really efficient? Let me see. I want to. I need. It looks like Next, I'll also explain. There's a comment. It's like I don't even know what to say. It's doing too much, and it seems like, oh, this is really cool. Look at how it's going through the chain of thought, or doing this thought process. It's awful, and then you're sitting here and you're waiting and waiting and waiting until this thing just stops, and then it still didn't help you. It's pattern matching, people. It's not really thinking. And we're enforcing this chain of thought and all of that. But you have to spend a lot of tokens, a lot of tokens to get things done. And if it has absolutely no knowledge on it, I'm doing a lot with Comfy UI. And the AI system, since Comfy UI is quite new, it's been here since, I don't know, 2021. I don't know when it was first launched, right, to the underground. Nobody really knows, but I think 2021 or so. And there are a lot of tinkerers, right? Really smart people that are pushing this Comfy UI to its limits and adding on and learning things and changing things. And it's like this underground movement that is creating this beast. Now, when you try to interact with AI and have AI help you, the AI has no freaking clue, because the information that it gathers is so fragmented. Because there's no clear direction. Since people are still tinkering with it and learning a lot as they go, there is no clear path. So the AI does not really know what to do unless you are very precise, concise, and you have a big knowledge base and you know what's going on with Comfy. If you don't know, the AI is not going to be able to help you. This is one of the best examples where I'm like, yeah, we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. We can't just sit back and have AI do this. Like, I can't tell AI now, you know what? Why don't you build my workflow? It can create some shape or form of workflow because it'll find something in its database. But it'll probably be outdated. It probably won't be that useful. It's not going to be very advanced. It needs direction. It needs your knowledge. Now, if humans stop gathering knowledge and gathering true understanding, well, it's not going to look good for AI. We, at this current moment, with the systems that we have today, we're going to have to keep feeding. We're going to have to keep feeding it knowledge, and that's why, these AI systems keep getting their updates. Right? We have Gemini 3.1 now. We have ChatGPT 5.3. We have Claude 4.6. And it's going to continue. We're going to continue to get updates. What is happening at that moment, my guess is they are just updating with the new information that has happened in that period of time. Right? Because these AI systems have a cutoff date, right? They're just trained up to a certain date, and then the next update happens, and either they try to do something new with the data that it already has. I don't know if retraining it necessarily with new data is what's happening today. And then they seem smarter at first because they got a new set, but it really fades quite quickly. Either we're just getting better with the tools and we want them to do better, and we're just expecting more and more and more, and we're not really acknowledging the updates that are happening. But in my case, that's not how it is, because I'm still seeing the same errors. I'm still seeing the same problems, right? Doing stupid errors with, why are you not understanding that that's a TypeScript? That's a syntax error. Why are you not understanding that? What is the problem here? Some of these AI systems are still stuck in 2024, right? And you're like, come on now, it's 2026, right? We have new packages and new all of that. And of course, you then have to send the AI off and teach it new information, right? And give it to it. And it's going to cost you more tokens. And then the AI will know, okay, we're going to do this package. But let me tell you something. Even if it knows after whatever 3,000 tokens, it's again going to try to fall back on something from 2024. And then you have to reroute it and say, hey, read the doc here. Please read it again so that you know that, it's 2026 now. But you as a human have to keep, giving it. You have to keep tuning it. It's all on you. It's all on the human. These AI systems are not doing everything by themselves. That is a very huge misconception. Take an example, generating an image. Of course, these image generators get a little bit better, but prompting even Nano Banana, you have to, you got to put in some work. You have to put in some thought. What is it that I want to create? You can't just say, hey, read my thoughts and just create it. That's not how these systems work. They're not going to understand anything. They're going to just try to pattern match and put something together. They're not designers. They can't design well. It's awful. If you just let the AI do it, it's just such slop. It's so sloppy. But AI is transforming a lot. It is, if we humans keep working with it and doing stuff with it, we're going to evolve, and these AI systems will evolve with us. But these AI systems need a lot of hand-holding. It needs us humans to teach them to do the right thing. And that's where we humans can shine. If you learn how to tune these AIs and how to make them follow your instructions, you are going to be a very valuable worker. Everybody's going to want to work with you. It's just a fact. So with that being said, people, I'm going to end here. I'll try to be back tomorrow. And we'll take it from there. I really can't show much coding. I have to focus a lot. And yeah, it's probably going to be super boring to stream that. Okay, everybody. You guys have a blessed day. Talk soon. Bye-bye.